Hi everybody, welcome back to Be Wild by April Lee. Thank you to all my bee friends for joining me again here today. And welcome to all my new bee friends. Thank you so much for all being here, and I hope that you will enjoy today's video. It is going to be some questions. That is the number 20 Crochet Questions Tag. Jane from Scraptastic Yarns tagged me on this a while ago, and I just didn't get around to doing it. So I wanted to do it now for you, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And if you want to participate, if you are someone who has a channel, please go ahead and consider yourself tagged, and I would love to see your answers. If you do not have a channel, I would love to see your answers. You can still put them in the description, in your comments below. I would love to see what your answers are. So we'll get started and get right into it. So it says, number one was, how old were you when you learned to crochet? I was 41 years old. I taught myself due to needing to come out of a depression, and I figured it would be the best thing, and I was right. What was the first thing that you remember making? My first thing that I remember making was my lunar crossed afghan in retro stripes by Red Heart. Matter of fact, I'm covered up with it right now. I will link that pattern in the description box below for you. It is a free pattern on her website. I forget who makes it right off the bat, but I will put everything in the description box for you. It's a really awesome blanket. It's a square blanket that you start off with. Well, matter of fact, here, let me show you. This is my lunar cross blanket. So you can see it starts in the middle and then it goes down. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the mandala, but this is not a different stitch with each one. It's like a couple row repeat, one, like a 4-row repeat or something like that. I don't remember just offhand. Oh my goodness, so sorry. So that is my lunar crossing blanket and afghan. I love it to death. The make that I am most proud of and why, that would be my dog that I named Bloomer. He won me first place in the Bloomsburg Fair, and he is this one right here sitting. He wears his ribbon proudly. He has his blue ribbon here, and he is he won me first prize in the Bloomsburg Fair in let's see. Does it give you the date? I think I wrote it on the back. Nope, I didn't write it on the back. I think it was 2018, if I'm not mistaken. What is the oldest yarn you have in your stash? I'm going to say I have some yarn from about 2016, 2017. When I first started to crochet, I had got this really great deal, or what I thought was a great deal, on OfferUp for a bunch of yarn for $1 a skein. I went to the home to pick out what I wanted. I ended up buying like, I'm so sorry for yarning. I ended up buying like 40 skeins or something like that. I got it in my car and realized that it smelled like smoke really bad. And being a non-smoker, it really was nauseating for me. So I actually took it out of the bags and sprawled it across the back of my car. And I lived in Arizona at the time, so the heat, as I left it, I would let it sit, and then I would take off layers and bring those into the house, and then eventually it aired out and got the smell out. But I still have a couple skeins in my stash with that. Do I hold my crochet hook with as a pencil or a knife? I hold it like a knife. Do you prefer a Boye or a Susan Bates style hook? I prefer a Boye style hook. I actually technically prefer a Clover or More and a Tulip Etmo is my 2 favorite hooks. And that's actually the next question, favorite brand of hooks. So I already answered that. My favorite hook size or range size. So I would say my range size would be 3.5 millimeter to a 5.5 millimeter. My favorite all time is a 5.0 millimeter for regular stuff and a 3.5 for my amigurumi. What is my favorite weight of yarn? That would be a number 4. I am so sorry. This is horrible with me yawning all the time. I like number 5s, but I don't do a lot of stuff with number 5s. I have made an Afghan with a number 5 before, and I absolutely love it, but I don't use it a lot. What is my favorite yarn fiber and why? I would say that would be acrylic. I have pets. I have 2 cats, so hair gets on everything, no matter how diligent you are with cleaning. And I need to wash and dry things quite often. So that is super important to me. And I know everybody says Red Heart sucks. No, it does pill. But really, honestly, it's an Afghan. I would expect that to pill. But other than that, oh my goodness. This Red Heart yarn is super soft right now. I just love it. So I have no problems with Red Heart yarn. Feature one of your favorite yarns. I don't think I have any near me to do that with. I will say this one, the sugar wheel in the cotton, it is a number 3, I believe. Yeah, it's a number 3. This is really super soft. I would love to make a lot more clothes with this, like tops. I have made a top with this color, and I absolutely loved it. So that is one of my favorite ones. Oh, here it is. Oh my goodness. The Burko Vintage is one of my favorite yarns. This is super, super soft. It is it's machine wash inside out in cold water, gentle cycle. It is lay flat to dry. Someone had recommended this. Sorry, I have to wipe my eye. Someone had recommended this to do amigurumis. One of my favorite designers and teachers said that this is her favorite to do amigurumis, and that would make sense because you don't have to wash them. So, and this yarn is so soft, and it looks like it would have awesome stitch definition. And when I purchased this, it was $8.50, and it is a number 4. It's 52 acrylic, 40 wool, and 8% nylon. It's 218 yards. So that is one of my favorite yarns, I would say. And let's see here. What is your favorite crochet item to make? That would be amigurumi, hands down. I absolutely love amigurumi, and then it's followed by Afghans. What is your least crochet item that you don't enjoy making? That would be hats. I don't know if it's because I made 50 plus hats for a fundraiser when I lived in Arizona for a school. I'm just not, I'll make hats, but I'm just not, like, it's not on my list of things that I would actually make. What is one crochet item you have yet to make? That is a cardigan, and I have been wanting to make a cardigan. I just haven't found, for me it just needs it because it's going to be a major make for me. I know it sounds weird because I've been crocheting so much, but it's going to be a major make, so I need to find that perfect pattern and the perfect yarn, and I need a lot of yarn because I am a big girl. Describe your color palette. pinks, purples with those shades, and I absolutely love yellow involved with that. What is your favorite crochet hack? I would say, I learned this from Llama Mama Kayla, is use the extra long she had showed us they're like a foot long needles that you can stick right through your amigurumi, so that you can put, like, you can position the ears, you can position arms and legs. It makes it so much nicer to be able to get them in that right spot. What are your thoughts on crochet being a trend and companies mass producing it? Well, Jane from Scraptastic Yarns gave a great answer. One, I'm fine with it being a trend. I think it's fantastic. As for it being mass reproduced, there's no way to mass reproduce at this time a crochet item, so don't have to worry about that. Feature a pattern designer that you like and highlight one of their patterns. I'm gonna say my favorite pattern designer is, gosh, I don't even know. I love following Old Soul Crochet. She just now came back after being out for about 2 years from having her last child. So I'm going to say Old Soul Crochet, and I will list her YouTube channel below, and that way you have access, and her blog I'll link as well. What is the next pattern? I think I need to go back to sleep. What is the next pattern that you want to make? I want to make a cardigan. It's been on my list to do. I don't know if I'm just scared of it or what, but I need to make a cardigan. And what is your best tip for beginners? My best tip for beginners is, one, constantly like stretch your hands. I get because I do a lot of amigurumi, and this is my hand that I'm like really holding tight to the actual piece. So I get pains right in here, like this muscle, literally right there. And when I rub it, I'll sit here and I'll just rub it like this. And it's literally, if you put your hand, you should, mine might be more pronounced because I have arthritis in my hand, but this area right here is where I get a lot of pain. That's the majority of it when I get pain. So I'll rub it. Keep stretching your hands constantly. Don't ever give up. Consistency is key to learning how to crochet. And don't be afraid to ask for help. If you are having problems, go on YouTube and find somebody on YouTube that you see has been crocheting for a while, and reach out to them and ask them questions and say, hey, I'm doing this pattern, or can you help teach me how to do a double crochet, or whatever it is. Just never give up. And the last thing is, don't go crazy and buy a ton of yarn. Don't turn into a yarn hoarder, because it is a long road to recovery when you do. It's fine to buy stuff that you're not going to use right away, but as you can tell, this is just probably a fifth of my stash. I have a whole wall over there. I have stuff sitting out here. I have boxes still in my hallway. It's crazy. So yeah, don't become a yarn hoarder, because it's really hard to come back from it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed those. Sorry I did that really quick, because I'm doing this on my break from work, because I'm not having very much time lately, because I've been working in my house getting ready for my surgery next week. I would love to hear all of your answers. Please put that in the description box below, or the comments below, if you're not a YouTube subscriber. And then if you are a YouTube subscriber, let me know that you put a video out, and I'll come over to your channel and watch the video so that I can hear your answers. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and happy crocheting.